For many years, the Fast and Furious franchise was about street racing, car culture, and underground life in Los Angeles. In The Fast and the Furious, the biggest danger was losing a race or crashing your car, and the tension came from illegal races, police chases, and loyalty between friends. The most dangerous thing Dom Toretto did at that time was race a train, which was risky and dramatic, but still something a human being could attempt and possibly survive. Even in Too Fast, Too Furious, things were wild but still human and grounded in reality. However, something changed over the years. The movies slowly stopped asking, "Can this happen?" and started asking, "Would it look cool if it happened?" That was the moment Fast and Furious quietly stopped being about street racers and started becoming a superhero franchise, just with cars instead of capes. Let's start with the exact moment physics grabbed its suitcase and left the franchise permanently. Fast 5. In Rio de Janeiro, Dom and Brian decide to steal a bank vault. Not the money inside the vault, but the entire vault itself. The vault weighs over 10 tons, so instead of opening it quietly like normal criminals, they attach it to 2 Dodge Chargers with thick cables and start dragging a 10-ton steel box through the city like it is a shopping cart. As they drive, the vault crashes through walls, drags across asphalt, destroys police cars, and swings around corners like it has perfect balance and a degree in engineering. At one point, it becomes a giant wrecking ball, clearing traffic better than city construction workers. The funniest part is that the cars do not struggle, the engines do not explode, the tires do not give up, and Dom does not even look stressed. That is the point where Fast and Furious stopped being a racing movie and started auditioning for the Avengers. Next comes the runway scene. In this movie, the team chases a massive military airplane that is attempting to take off. The runway appears longer than some countries, and the plane accelerates for so long that you start wondering if they accidentally crossed into another time zone. During this time, cars are drifting under wings, people are fighting on top of moving vehicles, no one runs out of fuel, no one gets tired, and the plane politely waits while everyone finishes their fight scenes. At this point, Gravity has clearly signed a contract agreeing not to interfere with Dom Toretto. Now we move to Abu Dhabi, and this is the moment when Dom fully accepts his superhero identity. Inside a skyscraper, he drives a Lycan Hypersport during a fight. Instead of looking for stairs or an elevator, he decides that windows are optional. He accelerates straight through the glass and the car flies across open air hundreds of feet above the ground before crashing through the window of another skyscraper. Then, because one building jump is apparently not impressive enough, he drives again and jumps into a third skyscraper as if gravity has been officially bribed. The car stays airborne long enough for you to question your life choices. What makes this scene so shocking is not just the height, but the precision, because Dom is not panicking and somehow lands inside another building without a scratch. At that moment, it becomes clear that Dom does not need wings, he only needs horsepower and belief in family. Then comes the canyon scene from F9. Dom drives toward a broken bridge over a canyon, and instead of stopping or turning around, he somehow attaches a cable to the car, drives off the edge, and swings across the canyon like Tarzan with 4 wheels. The car swings dramatically through the air without the cable snapping, then slams down and tumbles violently after landing. Yet when everything settles, we see Dom with no broken bones, no scratches, and not even a slight headache. At this point, there is officially nothing Dom cannot survive with the power of family. Finally, we reach the moment that confirms the full transformation. In the same movie, 2 members of the team strap a rocket to a Pontiac Fiero and launch themselves into space. They orbit the Earth in a car wrapped in makeshift armor, duct tape, and plot armor. Real astronauts train for years and plan missions carefully to build a spacecraft. But Fast and Furious manages to do it with what feels like an ambitious garage project. At this stage, Fast and Furious is no longer pretending to be realistic. The franchise has fully crossed into superhero territory, and the only difference between them and the Avengers is that instead of Infinity Stones, they have NOS. This series started with illegal street races and now casually visits outer space like it is running errands. If someone told you the next movie involves time travel powered by a turbocharger, you probably would not even argue. Fast and Furious did not suddenly become unrealistic, it slowly built confidence and first bent reality. And if there is one thing we have all learned, it is that in this universe, anything is possible with the power of family.